Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Lions and the Hawks, and it comes your way next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. Kate Scott, joining me as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward. We are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure just grows. It increases. That Super Bowl gets closer and closer, and your game, well, it's got to increase with it. If you can't take your level of play up a notch from the previous week, can't rise to the occasion and find that extra gear befitting the situation we're in, well, that's the week you're going to be sent home and be a fan like the rest of us.
So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. You just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
Goff taken right to the air. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Goff on 1st and 10. Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Encroachment defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still first down.
Now talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate first down following that encroachment flag.
Here we go.
Running it after the penalty. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason. Gibbs scores, touchdown Detroit. The Lions take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
Airing it out to start this drive. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Lone back gets the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Injuries like these haven't stopped them from locking up a playoff spot, Brock. They've been able to fight through them to remain one of the best teams in the entire conference.
I love that word, fight. It's definitely the key one here. There's been tremendous fight, grit, toughness up and down this roster to keep their level of play despite all these injuries. And they've gotten some tremendous fight out of the players who've stepped into those shoes and taken advantage of the opportunities.
He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Hey, smash. Check, hurt. Go.
They'll try it left with Chandler. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Big alert. Go street.
They'll stick with Chandler. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Go.
Trying down the middle with Chandler. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Slot man motioned over. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Let's go now. 19 Lions.
This time it's a passing play. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That'll do it for 1 quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They'll start this drive out, 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and just kind of wait. Right, you just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that can go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
4 down.
An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They go play action with Goff. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys. I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Another try following the sack. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks get the football on the first turnover of the contest. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a 1st down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ready.
Throwing from the gun. He fires one deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun. Gone. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play. And that gives the Lions the first. Motioning the tight end now. First down throw from Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play. But defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Now gone. Laporta with the grab. And he's taken down at the 30. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Lions working here. On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Bates' kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Seahawks and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable.
Let's go.
On first down, they'll run. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
60 Maverick.
Here's 2nd and 7. This is Metcalf working that right side. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Come on, set. Cowboy 80.
Throwing now on first down. That one's complete, right side. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Gets this to Slayton. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing it again here. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks drive their lead to 11. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions getting one more series here before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. On first down, it's Goff. Setting up the screen. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line. So we're to halftime in this fight for... Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly. We're skipping right through to the starts of the 3rd quarter. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our 2nd half gets underway. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Seahawks ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Play action on first down. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They give up the gut to Chandler. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Offense in the hurry up now.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. Wow, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away.
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Oh, I love seeing this, Brock. They got surprised with the pick 6, but they made absolutely sure there would not be another 2 added on.
Yeah, kind of the epitome of sudden change, especially on such short notice. And all the time to get prepped on that sideline to get out there to defend the 2-point play, but they did their job and limited the damage that came from that interception.
Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Now the shotgun gives to Chandler. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Looking for a throw here. He's going deep. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Forced it, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. 4th down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Throwing is gone. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
And the Lions first down.
Goff to the air now. Still has some space inside the 35. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Throwing again, it's Goff. He brings it in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. The rookie from Florida in on that stop.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
From the gun, Goff. Quick slant complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Lions take a third-quarter lead.
The Lions will set up for the two-point conversion.
Off play action, Goff. And he's going to be taken down for the sack. They can't even get a throwaway on that two-point try. Okay, Brock, dialing up another two-point call. And you remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail? It would just ring and ring and ring. It's still ringing. Falls short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check go.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Connects with Slayton. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's a give up the middle. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down.
Let's go. Ready?
They go play action here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Come on. Set. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Third and long for him here. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. We're down to 1 quarter to play. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Set.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's still going at the 30. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
We all know these receivers are so dangerous. Just how well they get open and work the field, then put the ball in their hands, and they become even more dangerous after the catch. They start looking for those lanes to turn small catches into massive gains.
Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
They'll run now with Chandler. And he takes this one in for a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
He's throwing for it. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
This will end up as a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He puts some power on a deep one left. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they got him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. But you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Here we go, sack.
Now a give. It's Chandler headed left. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. But you're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Go!
Dropping back to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Look into the air here. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Go!
Shotgun handoff now to Chandler. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him.
Here we go, here we go!
Here's 2nd and 14. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That sack, it's not going to help in that decision at all.
He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And that brings up 4th and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture. Of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will hit the goal line and then go into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Goff on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Gibbs. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down throw from Goff. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Now Goff. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. It's taken in by Williams. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions cut it to a point late in this one. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Turpin with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Setting up to pass. It's cut Metcalf. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate. They stretch it vertically, and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it. But you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
He'll look to throw it. He put everything he had into this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Set. Set, go.
Back to throw. He gets this one to Chandler. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. On the carry, it's Chandler. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down.
Set up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Throwing now. Able to find Chandler here. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. An entire stadium of pressure now on Jason Myers. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash. It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good! So it's a win for the Seahawks. And their run through the playoffs has reached the penultimate stop on the track.